There again, folks. DT's here from 8 Losses Bro with another wacky weekly deck profile. This week we played a really fun, weird mixture that probably should never have gotten together in the first place. But I was bored, picked up two archetypes and said, you guys are gonna go together, and they didn't. But that's okay. I made it, it was fun, and I didn't win a single duel with them. Isn't that awesome? Yes. But I have them all done, all the duels, and I will show you the deck profile. The deck profile this week was a little weird. It was Gravekeepers mixed with Burning Abyss, which, if you know anything about either of those two deck types, Gravekeepers are really, really slow. They take a while to get momentum, and even once they get momentum, they're just really slow. The main point of Gravekeepers is to slow down your opponent to match your speed with cards like Necro Valley and Royal Decree and things like that. Well, not Royal Decree, Imperial Tombs. I put Royal Decree in there. But you're supposed to play like tons of traps to make your opponent not be able to attack you or get effects off in the graveyard, things like that. Burning Abyss, however, is all about doing this, doing that, and sending things to the graveyard and getting effects. So they didn't really go together. But the important thing is I tried. So let's get into the deck profile, and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about with this wacky, weird mixture of things. So let's get into this here. So first off, I play 3 Gravekeeper Commandant. 3 Gravekeeper Commandant. He searches for your Necro Valleys. He's also a 1600 beater, which means he's the strongest of them all. I play 3 Spies. Flip, you get a special summon a Gravekeeper, 1500 or less attack. Play 2 Gravekeeper. Gravekeeper is the one that helps you add things to your hand. I only play him at 2 right now. Just because when I was playing him at 3, I found that I drew into him too much, and with how the deck's set up, you don't really need him in his effect as much. I played 1 Nobleman. When she's destroyed by a battle with an attacking opponent's monster, you get a special summon face down defense, a Gravekeeper with 1500 or less attack. And then 1 Descendant, tribute another Gravekeeper to destroy a card on the field. And then my last Gravekeeper was Shaman. While she's face up on the field, effect monster effects cannot activate in the graveyard except for Gravekeepers, which is really nice against Burning Abyss and Shaddolls and things like that. And the only problem is she's got 1500 defense, so she's not too hard to get over. She does gain 200 for every Gravekeeper in your graveyard. But to be completely honest, it's really not enough to keep her alive. You can bring her out with Spy, face-up defense, and then just kind of hope that they can't get over her. If you have a Royal Decree face-up on the field along with her and a Necro Valley, then you've got game. But having all of those things together is really difficult to do. Also, while she's face-up on the field and Necro Valley's on the field, it can't be destroyed, and your opponent can't activate field spells. So she keeps your Necro Valley alive, your Royal Decree keeps her alive, and that's pretty much the combo with her. So this is where it gets weird. I played 3 Tour Guide to search out my Burning Abyss monster, which is 3 Skarm. I played the 3 Skarm to search out the Tour Guide to search out the Skarm. It's a pretty basic combo with those cards. You can splash those 2 in anything and make a consistent rank 3 play. That's pretty much the whole thing. Is you play those 6 cards just to kind of get a monster on the field instantly that can get over things. I also played 2 Curry Bandits. That was kind of a last minute tech choice. I was just like, oh, I want to get to my Royal Decrees faster so I can shut down my opponent. So let's throw some Curry Bandits in there to try to get to those. Also, dumping a bunch of Gravekeepers in the graveyard is not a bad idea, because then it boosts your Shaman's defense, which is an important part of the whole combo. Alright, so we're gonna go over spells now. I play a bunch of random things. I play 1 Stele. Add up to 2 Gravekeeper monsters from your graveyard not affected by Necro Valley. This just helps you recycle monsters if you need it. Was playing at 2, decided 1 was more than enough because I hardly ever needed to bring out a ton of monsters from my graveyard. I play 3 Necro Valley. And then I play 3 Pot of Dualities. 3 Pot of Dualities to help consistency. You don't special summon a whole lot because the deck is so slow. You have to set your monsters to get them to special summon things, except for Tour Guide. So Pot of Duality is a great card to kind of help you get what you need faster. All in all, it's not that amazing. It's not very useful, but I put it in just because I could. Triple Upstart, once again, consistency. This was also a last minute tech choice. I was just like, I need 2 cards. So I took out a Recruiter and put in these 3 just to kind of help cycle through things. Play 2 MST because back row is a thing. I wanted to be prepared in case a Cliff Fort player showed up. I play double Forbidden Lands. Alright. 2 Forbidden Chalice because this deck doesn't play Breakthrough Skill for obvious reasons. And because I play Royal Decree, I can't play Fiendish Chain. So Chalice is my next go-to card. And Chalice can activate in the damage step, which makes it very good in this format. Then, my last spell, 1 Regeki. I play Regeki to help because this deck cannot establish a field. And if my opponent establishes a really good field, I have to blow it up. Because there's no way I can come back from that. So that was all for spells, and I play 4 traps in this deck as well. I play 1 Rite of Spirit. Rite of Spirit is that weird card that Gravekeepers have that is just really good. It special summons a Gravekeeper monster from your graveyard, and it cannot be negated by Necro Valley. So you pretty much, you have Necro Valley on the field, they can't special summon from the graveyard, but you can flip this and be like, oh, I get my Shaman back, and now I have a 2000 defense. Things like that. Or they activate MST, you chain that, bring out Shaman, now they can't destroy Necro Valley, and they just wasted their MST. Things like that. And then I play triple Royal Decree. As always, Royal Decree is just my baby, even with the 1 Rite of Spirit. Either I don't see the Rite of Spirit, or I don't see the Royal Decrees. It pretty much comes down to that. Royal Decree is just a really good card this format. Unfortunately, I don't think I saw too much of it during this week. Sylvans are just too good with Royal Decree. I have decided that when it comes to this format, Sylvans just destroy Burning Abyss. Because they can get their Royal Decree like every single duel. And then they can get a monster on the field that they can't get over. Alright, so we're going to go over the extra deck. And my extra deck is just a mixed mash of 3s and 4s, and then a random fusion and a random synchro. So let's get that going. 1 Acid Golem, sometimes you need a beater. Acid Golem's a beater. That's all you can say about him. 1 Giga Brilliant, you detach to give 300 attack. He's pretty much an instant detach if you need it, but he also can help you boost your field with attack points if you need them. I play 1 Alucard. Alucard is a beautiful card, pops back rows and set monsters. I play the 1 Leviathan Dragon. I pretty much just go into him to immediately detach the Scarm to get the combos going. And the last one is number 49, Fortune Tune. He gives you life points, can't be targeted. The best part about him though is you can go Tour Guide, Scarm. When they destroy it, it shuffles himself back into the deck, and then your Tour Guide and a Scarm, and then Scarm's effect, a different Scarm would have to be in your graveyard, but then Scarm's effect searches out the Tour Guide, you just shuffle it into your deck, and it just goes and goes and goes. Unfortunately, Necro Valley makes Fortune 2 not work, which is a big problem, but usually when I go into Fortune 2, I don't have Necro Valley anyways. Then I play 1 Downward Magician. I should have played 2, because 2 actually probably would have helped me, but oh well. I played 1. I play 1 Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, because it's a good rank 4, good solid rank 4. I play 1 Exciton Knight, because field advantage with Gravekeepers is very important. You need to clear the field so you can keep yourself up. Unfortunately, clearing the field with Burning Abyss and Shadal's running around really doesn't help you too much, but he's there. One Marigeist. Marigeist is just a really good card this format. If they have a set card or a Burning Abyss or something, you can shuffle it back into the deck. I played one 101. I still like 101, even knowing Castell's better. I do play Castell as well. I play Gaga Cowboy because sometimes you need that extra 800. I played one Castell. As I said, Castell's the better 101. Shuffle something into the deck. And then one 103 because Ragna Zero is my favorite card for rank 4s. She's really good. Destroys monsters whose attack is different than their original attack. Then I play two random rogue cards. I play Winda because I side deck Super Polymerization, which I can use against Shadal's with all the darks in my deck. And then I play the one Duels because I side deck Trap Eater for Shadow, Imprisoning Mirror, Fiendish Chain, etc., etc. So, yeah, I put those two in just kind of for side decking purposes, but I figured they would help. They didn't. I didn't see any Shadal players, and I didn't see any Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors. Side deck, it's all preference, but I played two Trap Eater for the Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, two Doom Stars for the obvious Cliff Forts, two Xyz Encore because that card's really good against Burning Abyss, one MST, the third MST, as I said, the Super Polymerization, triple Spell Shattering Arrows. This was for the Noble Knight matchup that I had, but I mainly put it in there, of course, for Cliff Forts, and Fire Fist because we have a random Fire Fist player. One Miss Polymerization because I love Miss Polymerization, and then three Curse Seal of the Forbidden Spells. Those were all for Shadal players. If I had run up against any of them, I'd take out the 3-roll Decrees and an Upstart to put in all of that. Another Upstart for that, and then, have fun. But, as I said, I didn't run up against any Shadal players. So, that was my Gravekeeper deck right there. Gravekeeper / Burning Abyss. Hope you enjoyed. So as you can see, Burning Abyss and Gravekeepers probably should never go together, but I figure, what's the harm in trying? I wanted to see how the Tour Guide Skarm combo could help Gravekeepers in getting consistency, but it turns out that it just was a bad idea all around. But you gotta try things sometimes, and I believe in innovation, I believe in unique things, so I tried it. Worked out horribly. Sucks to be me. Tune in next week where we're going to have an awesome deck profile. It's going to be a deck profile over Super Heavy Samurais. I think. I'm not promising anything for next week because I promised Noble Knights like a month ago and I still haven't gotten everything for it. And I can't do the video. So I will be posting a video next Saturday, just don't know which one yet. So you'll have to tune in next week to find out, right? Anyways, I'll see you next week. You guys have a wonderful week, and thanks again for watching.